Welcome back to Really American, folks. I'm Kenny Hesse. I hope you didn't miss me too much. I just returned from holiday in Ireland and the UK, so I'm still catching up on US politics a bit, but did I miss anything important?
There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
Holy hell, I knew things were bad for Trump when I left, but hot damn, the Democrats are just branding his ass like the fat, gaseous cow he is. And look, I kept up with things while I was away. I know the DNC was electric, and Democrats have been absolutely destroying Trump worse than his Big Mac diet's been destroying his colon. But hell, y'all, they ain't the only ones, because just today, in an open letter exclusively obtained by USA Today, over 200 former Republican staff members who previously worked for George W. Bush, the late Senator John McCain, and potentially one of the only seemingly sane living Republicans left, Mitt Romney, absolutely eviscerated Donald Trump and endorsed Kamala Harris for president. And we will go through this short but powerful letter in its entirety for you and see exactly what they had to say about dictator von Pants in just a second. But it's important to remember and reiterate the fact that this is far, far from the first time that former Republicans, even those who worked for Donald Trump himself, have come out to say, and I'm paraphrasing here, yeah, you know, he's kind of a piece of shit.
So is Trump, what's the term, an idiot?
Well, I think Rex Tillerson had the iconic two-word description of Trump. The first word I won't repeat even on your show, the second of which was moron.
Okay, I'll throw it in there.
That's pretty much on point. That's
yes,
right.
A moron.
Right.
And whether it was those old instances of former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and subsequently former National Security Advisor John Bolton, or this recent example from Bill Maher the other day where Bill absolutely shut down Representative Dan Crenshaw in the best way possible about this exact manner, it's clear Republicans are finally coming out to tell Donald Trump, we don't with you.
Every single case, the Trump administration is more moderate and more in line with what more people want in America, and the outcomes are just better.
Well, yes.
Vladimir Putin, okay, he's moderate. He wants to pull out of NATO. That's really moderate. Project 2025, that's really moderate. I mean, we can go. The truth of the matter is, in 2019, she listened to the identity left, and that always ends up a disaster. And she's evolved, to say the least. And she'll be asked about it, and I think she'll have.
Okay, so she's either a far leftist or a chameleon liar. I don't know.
You know, well, sometimes.
No, wait a second.
People,
everybody tacks
right
to the middle. Everybody, as Mitt Romney said, shakes the Etch-a-Sketch.
Right.
And by the way, it's a little odd, isn't it, that the Republicans had no former presidents, vice presidents. There was no Mitt Romney there, no Bush, no Dick Cheney. It's a little like Tom Cruise with his daughter. You know, I don't know you anymore. I mean,
I'm sure I understand that reference.
what?
I don't know if I know that reference.
Well, I mean, Tom Cruise never sees his daughter because she's a suppressed person because, you know, whatever, she doesn't believe in Scientology. And I feel like I've never seen a convention where the party just disowned its complete past like that.
Yeah, well, again, doesn't really matter. Do we put on the best show? I don't know. I know we have better policies that have better outcomes.
It's an indication that you have made a clean cut with what republicanism was up until Trump.
Whoa. It doesn't really matter? Are you kidding me? First of all, what a disingenuous comparison. But hey, par for the course for MAGA Republicans. They're about as genuine as the vows Trump made to his first wives. And secondly, does it really matter that the entirety of his former party has disowned him and said he's a danger to the country? Yeah, I think so, Dan Crenshaw. That's like if all your former Navy SEAL buddies came out and said, you know what, yeah, we don't really want anything to do with Representative Crenshaw because whenever a mission didn't go his way, he'd just turn around and engage in a little friendly fire to blow off some steam. See, I can use moron logic too. But thankfully, folks, even though it often feels like every Republican left with any real power in our government has anamorphed into yet another sheep in the MAGA flock, there is still some integrity and some hope in the form of former staffers of Republicans that, while I personally still adamantly disagree with on policy, at least had spines, souls, and an ounce of human dignity. Because the letter from alums of the 3 Republican presidential nominees prior to former President Donald Trump came out today, hot on the heels of the Democratic National Convention last week in Chicago that showcased Republican detractors of the GOP nominee. And at least 5 former aides to former President George H.W. Bush also signed the letter, which has 238 signatures in all. And I'll drop the link to the full letter and list of the 238 signatures in the description, but it reads, Bush, McCain, and Romney alumni for Harris statement. 4 years ago, President George W. Bush, the late Senator John McCain, and then Governor Mitt Romney alumni came together to warn fellow Republicans that re-electing President Trump would be a disaster for our nation. In those declarations, we stated the plain truth, each predicting that another 4 years of a Trump presidency would irreparably damage our beloved democracy. We made those announcements months before lies about a stolen election became everyday talking points, and 6 months before Trump incited an insurrection, cheering on a mob of sore losers and sycophants as they tried to use force to overturn the will of the American public. We reunite today, joined by new George H.W. Bush alumni, to reinforce our 2020 statements and for the first time, jointly declare that we're voting for Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz this November. Of course, we have plenty of honest ideological disagreements with Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. That's to be expected. The alternative, however, is simply untenable. At home, another 4 years of Donald Trump's chaotic leadership, this time focused on advancing the dangerous goals of Project 2025, will hurt real, everyday people and weaken our sacred institutions. Abroad, democratic movements will be irreparably jeopardized as Trump and his acolyte J.D. Vance kowtow to dictators like Vladimir Putin while turning their backs on our allies. We can't let that happen. We know now that thanks to exit polling and voter data, that it was moderate Republicans and conservative independents in key swing states that ultimately delivered the presidency to Joe Biden. Honest, hardworking Americans in Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona, and beyond that put country before party. We are heartfully calling on these friends, colleagues, neighbors, and family members to take a brave stand once more, to vote for leaders that will strive for consensus, not chaos, that will work to unite, not divide, that will make our country and our children proud. Those leaders are Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz.
I love democracy. I love the republic.
And boy, does it feel great to continue to watch Trump's campaign flounder away in the polls and public opinion as his last remaining advisors continue to freak out because he is playing golf while his campaign is stuck sinking in a sand trap. That's all for this video, folks. It's great to be back, and thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you already know what to do. Let us know your thoughts in those comments down below. Like and subscribe to the Really American channel. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you all in the next one.